Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For decades, the political establishment in Westminster has betrayed British workers. British people have barely seen any real wage growth. Over 1 million young Brits are now out of work and education. The Tories and Labour made Britain one of the softest touch countries on earth for illegal workers. They created an ecosystem in which illegal migrants are funneled directly into our national economy, driving down wages and funding the despicable people smuggling gangs operating across the Channel. They effectively decriminalised illegal working in the United Kingdom. Now, this is a key reason why British people have barely seen any real wage growth. It's a key reason why over 1 million young Brits are now out of work and education. Existing civil fines are treated by bad actors as a minor cost of doing business. The system protects corporate elites and high street criminals while penalising law-abiding British workers and young people seeking their first job and honest businesses that play by the rules. Well, under a reform government, this betrayal ends. We will introduce the toughest penalties in the world for those who employ and profit from illegal migrants. We'll restore order to our high streets, protect the integrity of our border and return fairness to the British economy. We will stand up for British workers. Now, illegal working is embedded in the business models of multi-billion-pound multinational corporations operating in Britain. In our major cities, it's common knowledge that illegal migrants housed and fed in hotels and HMOs at immense expense to the British taxpayer are moonlighting for gig economy platforms. Recent enforcement operations revealed a staggering 40% of gig economy delivery riders checked in targeted sweeps were working illegally. Local police officers have privately reported enforcement operations yielding a 100% hit rate. So why does this happen? Because platforms allow individuals to rent out and trade accounts on social media with zero meaningful oversight. Corporations turn a blind eye while harvesting huge financial returns. That's why Reform UK will introduce the Deliveroo Law. Under this legislation, company directors will be held personally and criminally liable for systemic illegal working within their businesses, regardless of whether they claim personal knowledge of individual breaches. We will mirror the senior managers and certification regime used by the Financial Conduct Authority, strict liability for those at the top. If a company accumulates material immigration breaches or fails to demonstrate compliant right-to-work checks, its executives will face up to 5 years in prison. And all platforms operating in Britain will be legally required to designate a UK accountable person. Overseas directors will not evade justice. Alongside prison sentences for directors, Reform UK will impose crippling financial consequences on the corporations themselves. Large companies that exploit illegal labour will face fines of 10% of their annual worldwide turnover. We will target the individuals who facilitate this trade by renting out their accounts to illegal workers too. Those who lease their credentials to illegal migrants. They will face immediate revocation of their visas if they are non-citizens, large fines backed by asset seizure and jail sentences. To protect road safety and close regulatory backdoors, reform will make it illegal to use any vehicle for commercial delivery without a full British driving licence. I know, insane that this would be a new policy. Ending the widespread misuse of provisional learner licences. The decay of Britain is equally visible on our high streets. We all see it every day. Over the last 15 years under Tory and Labour governments, over 10,000 classic British pubs have closed their doors. Beloved retail institutions, department stores and local bank branches have vanished, driven out by excessive red tape, exorbitant business rates and crushing taxation. Yet, as legitimate businesses close, we have witnessed an artificial boom in cash-intensive operations. For every British pub lost in recent years, 7 vape shops have opened. The number of nail bars has surged by 91% since 2010. The number of foreign barber shops has doubled nationwide and tripled in places like Essex and Doncaster. Nobody genuinely believes all these operations survive on legitimate commercial demand. In fact, the National Crime Agency estimates that £1 billion in criminal cash is laundered through high street front businesses every year. They trade illegal products, they evade tax, they employ undocumented workers, and act as fronts for organised crime. Honest small businesses simply cannot compete. Reform UK will execute a comprehensive strategy to reclaim our high streets. Firstly, we will introduce national licensing for vape shops. These licences will be capped at 1,000 premises allocated to local authorities. This measure will instantly reduce the number of vape shops by 70%, ensuring they no longer dominate our shopping parades. Any unlicensed shop will be immediately closed and its assets seized. We will fund multi-agency task forces combining police officers, trading standards and immigration enforcement into single units. Operating with full combined statutory powers, these units will have power of entry and execute single-visit operations capable of carrying out arrests and serving immediate deportation notices with no administrative delays. We will also end financial disincentives. You see, local authorities currently face direct costs when pursuing complex criminal prosecutions against dodgy high street operators. We will establish a central prosecution fund managed by the Home Office to guarantee that enforcement is never constrained by local council budget deficits. Reform will also introduce a tip line for people to report suspicious businesses. This hotline will allow members of the public to report suspected illegal working, money laundering or organised criminal activity on their local high streets. Police and integrated high street units will be bound by a statutory requirement to investigate every credible report. To encourage public engagement, people whose tips lead to successful enforcement action or prosecutions will receive a direct financial reward funded from a share of the penalties recovered. I also want to address the fact that among the biggest victims of the illegal migration scam in Britain are our young people. There are over 1 million 16 to 24-year-old Brits who are out of work, not in education nor training. They are competing for entry-level jobs with record numbers of illegal workers. It's not fair. Corporate CEOs have been making a fortune by hiring illegal workers and undermining British youngsters. Reform will jail them and stop illegal working for good. We will stand up for British workers. Under Reform UK, Britain will no longer be a soft touch. We will establish the toughest penalties anywhere in the world to end illegal working and stand up for British workers. Thank you. Okay, let's start the Q&A. Catherine Foster.